And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amphion, we have the Danish Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Terran player from land of France, representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Here we go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you believe will take the series. Best of luck in the chat. Again, I do think it's going to be a close one to call, so again, not envious, man, not envious whatsoever. Best of luck. Here we go. So we are going to be settling in. And again, I'm curious to see how our players do open up so far. Clem, double gas open out of Clem. He's going for a delayed CC. He's going for a faster factory on the high ground. So a bit of a safer start here by Clem. I don't blame him. If you recall, I was referring to the last time they played. I was referring to the 3-minute game that they had where MaxPax snowballed out of control and overwhelmed. I do believe that was here on Amphion, where MaxPax did go for a proxy gateway into Stalker regression. Clem had happened to be going for an economic build, went for a Rax expand, and he got punished so hard for it. So he avoids that. Double gas, faster factory. So again, just a much more safer build here by Clem, as there's that factory now on the way. Behind this, MaxPax going for a gate cyber expand, standard opener. Standard opener from MaxPax, and what does he embrace? Stargate or Twilight Council. Now, he is one that does embrace both from time to time, but he is best known for, and he is the best at, 4-Gate Blink. Specifically, 4-Gate Blink Stalker, that is his build. He does it better than any other player out there in the world, and we have seen him take down Clem with it time and time again. But it's one of those things where you can't just rely on just the one build over and over again, otherwise your opponent will eventually read you, counter you. You don't want to be too predictable here to your opponent. We'll keep an eye on MaxPax. There it is, Stargate. Bold move. It's going to be a Stargate opener here by MaxPax. Very bold move. Stargate openers do leave you vulnerable to early game move outs and early game aggression, even mid game aggression as well. But at least MaxPax does deny the scouts. This Reaper has been trying to dive in, but time and time again, Adepts have been able to stop it. Speaking of, Adepts are keeping up. They get good damage on one of the Reapers. They zone away. And Clem is in the dark as to what's going on. Stargate is just now finishing. You envy. No envy. No envy. So there's going to be Stargate Phoenix here from MaxPax. Building up Phoenixes for map control. Meanwhile, we do see Clem opening up with a Widowmine drop. Widowmine drop towards the main. Clem parked outside of the natural. He's parked outside. As MaxPax actually staying on 2 bases a little bit longer, going for an extra gateway, going for a robo, still yet to expand and take a third. Staying on 2 bases and committing here to his Phoenixes. Getting into additional Phoenixes. Then behind this, still building up. Still trying to confirm the tech of choice. Still in the dark. That's what's happening. Interesting trap setup. Widowmine's a bird. Reaper pokes in, gets eyes on the robo. And does confirm the Stargates. Yeah, he knows. And now Clem is away. Immediately Viking production. Viking is on the way for some extra anti-air. This is a threat and dive. MaxPax keeping up. Gets a worker here or there. At the same time, third base gets scouted by the Reaper. Clem sees the third, and now here comes the move out. What does he have? He's got a Cyclone, a Viking. Liberator takes a lot of hits. Plenty of Marines, plenty of Bio. And I mentioned before, if you recall, how Stargate openers do leave you vulnerable to these early move outs and early aggression in the early to mid game. That's exactly what Clem is going for, trying to abuse the build of MaxPax. We'll see if he can. Does rotate around. He is taking his time, slowly pushing, sieging up. Phoenix is trying to catch reinforcements. There are stray Marines moving out. MaxPax, he will pick them apart. But the tanks are getting within range. Big tank boy is going off, getting into the shield battery. Shield battery goes down. And MaxPax, he can always try to come in from behind and try to lift those tanks, but that's why the Widow Mines are covering them. But now there's a Colossus. And MaxPax tries to break out, so Overcharge gets popped. One tank falls. There's only one tank left. And Clem, he's running out of steam here. One tank is not going to be good enough. He respects it, he backs up. Backs up, back at home. Pieces don't get caught out. But he will end up catching some of Clem's army here. Takes some mineshells to the face. Then reinforces. He's okay. Clem pulls back. That's a lot of Phoenixes. MaxPax now getting into Phoenix Colossus. Gets an SCV. Colossi building up. They are just building up here. Get into a gateway explosion. Fourth base on the way. And MaxPax so far looking quite secure. I mean, he was in a little bit of danger when it came to the first move out, as we saw. But MaxPax, he was able to shut this down, able to defend, and hold. Now, thankfully, Clem didn't really lose too much. He lost a tank and a Liberator, but he saved most of his army. So Clem does maintain his supply. Otherwise, he'd be in dire straits if he had committed and failed. So Clem, he has to leak his wounds, build back up, get ready for a second push. And here it comes. This time it's going to have Stim, Combat Shields +1. It's all lining up. Viking volleys going up. Shield batteries are almost done. Soon to be an overcharge as well. Oh, the Viking. Viking gets thrown away. Clem pushing in. And MaxPax getting ready for a surround. He's getting ready for it. And there we go. He pulls the trigger, comes in from behind. Triggers all the Widow Mines, gets us up with the tanks. And MaxPax, he will completely shut this down. We'll lose one Colossus. The tanks, they do survive, but never mind. They're going to be shut down. MaxPax holds. Feeds up all the tanks. The fire. Clem, he barely survives with 3 Marines and 1 Marauder. Ay. Barely an army. Reinforcements have arrived, though. He's stimming in. He wants a Colossus. Yeah, MaxPax asleep at the wheel. He does bleed out a Colossus and an Immortal. He was left out in the open, left idle. Nice feedbacks. But Clem, can he go for the kill? He's so close. He's so close to breaking MaxPax. Again, MaxPax, he was caught with his pants down. No shield batteries, no overcharge. The base under fire. Clem, he knows how close he is. It's a pylon. Still more reinforcements on the way. Go. Oof. Mind shot going off on the Archon. But the drag though, the friendly fire. Yeah, that was a brutal connection. Nexus goes down. Colossus has arrived. Clem once again, he stems in. Oh. Up. He wants the Archon. Doesn't quite get it, but does get the Nexus. Whew. Here. Clem backs up. Backs up. Getting another CC. 12 SCVs going down. The Zealot run by is wreaking havoc. Oh my god, 15 SCVs go down. Far too much damage. As he's now getting a fourth. MaxPax rebuilding, double expanding, getting a fourth and a fifth base at the same time. Still has to respect the Colossus though. There we go, lifting his Vikings. Gets a couple of those off. Good EMP on the Archons. Yeah, the Archons are so close to falling. Likewise, the Colossus as well. Pushing on forward. Vikings, they take down one. But once again, another Zealot run by. More SCVs going down. Clem getting caught out. It's going to be 13 SCV kills. As Clem has to back off. Zealot run by is still wreaking havoc. Still dragging the entire army back. 15, 16, 17, 18 SCV kills. Oh my god. 20 SCVs. Clem, he has to turn back. Ay. Again, all it takes is a handful of zealots, and they get 23 SCV kills. And Clem's economy is crippled. MaxPax, remember, he double expanded. And he got away with it. He got away with the bases, got away with the expansions. He was on 82 workers, and MaxPax from here, he can work to max out. He can work on maxing out second robo into disruptors or immortals. Can take in either direction. Now just taking more bases. Clem licking his wounds. We're finishing all those SCVs, but again, this is just giving MaxPax so much breathing room. Shriners on the way. Yeah, and from here, MaxPax, he's the first to max out. At this point, now that he's maxed and now that he's going to be building up a bank of an army, this is where, I mean, we can start taking into not just DTs, but DT upgrades, into Skytoss. Now, then pushing to the center. And Clem is also maxed. Lots of stripes going up. Nice snipe of the Vikings. There's 2 Vikings left. Goes back to the Colossus. Good. As again, the armies do trade. There was a good EMP, but once again, there's the overcharge. Does top up those Colossus. Oh my god, as MaxPax, he pounces on the army just as Clem loads up. His army's exposed. 12 more SCVs go down. The Zealot run by is brutal time and time again, just catching Clem with his pants down over and over again throughout the course of this game. Meanwhile, the Doomdrop does get across the map. EMP on the Nexus. No recall. Nexus goes down. Likewise, though, MaxPax chasing Clem down. more Marauders do reinforce. That's a lot of Marauders coming in. Without Immortals, without Disruptors, I mean, the Mass Marauder, he can't break through. Yeah, he's stepping in. Clem, he's going for the kill. He gets one of the Colossus, denies the expansion. And again, where are the Disruptors? Where are the Immortals? They're just not here. Clem, has he done it? Looks like he has. SCVs are falling, but it's we don't care. Not anymore. It's not about the SCVs, it's about what, I mean, even production we have left. Stimming in once again, getting some of the Colossus. And just getting the one though. And pulling back. Zealots, they're still wreaking havoc. They're still in the main. Still denying mining. Clem still has that supply lead. He needs to make use of it. Alas, still distracted. There we go. Prism finally goes down. Now he has nothing to worry about. Now he can just focus on his push. Catching up with our Templar. Likewise, nice snipes here with those Stalkers. Going for the Vikings. He was brutal. And Clem just stems in. Once again, he does target down both of those Colossus. Disruptor comes out, but it's too little too late. GG gets called, and Clem takes game number 1. Whew. GG, a very intense game 1. We saw MaxPax pop off from time to time, able to wreak havoc, able to get into mineral lines with those Zealot run-bys, likewise able to hold on to that 4th base, got away with double expanding, but we saw that MaxPax, it took him far too long to really refine his army. What I'm referring to, you saw at the very end the first disruptor of the game at like the 17 or 18 minute mark. Alas, that should have been seen much sooner to actually have something to counteract the bio heavy composition, the Marauder heavy composition of MaxPax. Alas, that was a precaution that was never really had. And with that, MaxPax does take a lead in the series, and now we're getting ready for game number 2. Let's go. Alright, getting into game 2. And it's going to be on Oceanborn. Okay. One of the smaller maps in the map pool. Short rushes by ground. Does favor aggression, of course, as well. A lot of aggression. We'll see what our players go for. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the red Protoss player representing Psystorm Gaming. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if he can make a series out of this as he is down 0-0. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the French Terran player, the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. Time to blem. As he does take a lead in the series, but again, a very intense game 1. By no means was it an easy game there for Clem. He does take a lead. Does take a lead. We'll see how our players will approach things this time. Now, as we load into a much smaller map like Oceanborn, we should not see a Stargate opener from MaxPax. I'd be a little bit shocked if that were to occur. I'm leaning more towards either a Robo opener or a Twilight Council instead. So do have MaxPax setting up here on the high ground, going for a Gate Cybercore into CC. Likewise, Clem, he does have the eBay here on the low ground, is able to delay the expansion. And MaxPax is forced to expand elsewhere. Forced into the unnatural natural here at the 3rd. Then he was looking for the expansion, and now he finds it. And again, this is a very awkward base here to defend for MaxPax. is going to be quite awkward. Again, we do have the high ground right next to it. It is surrounded here towards the south, towards the right-hand side as well. It is a little bit more open, more exposed. We'll see if Clem does, or how aggressive he is. As a reminder, because of the eBay block, it means that Clem could not afford a CC, so despite the fact that it was a single gas opener, it was raxed into factory, into a delayed command center instead. There's the add-on swap, and from here, Clem can go into reactor to Hellions. And there it is. Hellions are on the way. Hellions are on the way. From here, Clem, you can try to hit either the natural mineral line or the main base mineral line instead. Is going to be a Stargate open out of MaxPax. This makes sense. Stargate play against the initial opener of MaxPax. Sorry, of Clem. Now, the reason why I say that is that with Stargate-based units, it is a little easier to actually transition and actually rotate between the bases. Rotate between the natural and the new natural. The second expansion and the third, I mean. So it can be quite awkward. Phoenixes are building up. Now getting into the 1-1-1. Hellions, they try to poke in. Two Hellions do make it into the main. One probe goes down. But alas, just the one Hellion really. Sorry, second one does come in. Probes are lining up. 3 probe kills so far, not bad. Got 3, now 4, now 5 workers, almost 6. Oh, he gets it. 6 probes. 6 probes for 4 Hellions. Not the best trade here for Clem. He was hoping for a little bit more. MaxPax does throw down an extra wave of gateways and the Twilight Council. Here we go. Likewise, Clem unable to punish yet. That natural. Likewise is building up, sharking around looking for those Phoenixes. MaxPax doing the same. He's vying for map control. Again, I do think it's a little bit risky here to go into Phoenixes just because it takes so little time to counterattack across the map. So getting quite risky here from MaxPax as the army does move out. Charge did just begin here for MaxPax. So he's going Phoenix into not Colossus like we did previously, but it's going to be Phoenix into charge lots. Then he does rotate around. What's the natural? Likewise, MaxPax, he is keeping up. And Clem backs off. Okay. we can breathe easy. Clem backs off. He starts up extra Raxes. He starts up Stim. eBay as well. Looks like Clem is not really liking his chances pushing into either of his bases. So he retreats. Does opt to retreat instead. What is terrifying is that Clem has been able to build up this army over time. So the supplies are still quite threatening. As Phoenixes, they do catch reinforcements, trading with the Marines. Very nice trades here from MaxPax. Meanwhile, the main armies do clash. Tank siege up. And MaxPax being just as efficient as possible. Stim is not available. Tank getting caught out. The Marines, they save the tank. Cyclones as well. With that, Clem, he is forced back. Forced back home, I mean. And MaxPax can take a third. He's taking a third base, getting his fourth, getting fully saturated. His economy is booming from the side of MaxPax. Economy is there. Likewise, Clem sneaking out with a drop. Does sneak out. Prism is denied. Oh, sorry. Vikings? Phoenixes are denied by the Vikings. So far, so good. Bay is on the way. MaxPax are working towards Colossus, but they're not ready yet. Without Colossus, again, I'm still very uneasy about the defense that MaxPax can go for, as Clem is up in army supply. They'll sneak up on that natural setup. Warp in into the main. Cell drop is denied. Yeah, but Clemmy sims in. Going for the mineral line. Probes are going down. Going for the Nexus as well. And MaxPax completely out of position. There's the overcharge. The overcharge does help. Mine shots going up. And this may just be too much. Yeah, there's a drop at the fourth base as well. And MaxPax, he's just completely not ready for this. The pants, they were caught down. Cells, they dive in. Able to tank some shots. Cells go down. And the Nexus falls. Nexus alongside 18 probes. Ay. 18 workers go down. Zealot Rumbai does lay the expansion of Clem, but I mean, this still pales in comparison to what MaxPax just lost. So MaxPax, he pulls away. Is at least on 3 bases. Let's drag the army into the minefield. Mine shots going up. Yeah, Clemmy holds his own, and he has done more than enough damage. More than enough. He crippled the economy already. And with that, Clem from here, he can just muster up his reinforcements and go for the third. Can go for the kill. Cleans up whatever's left here at the original third base. So Romay goes down. Clem is all over this expansion. Should at least force a cancel. There it is. With the cancel, we do see Clem extending. Nice force field. Oh my god. Very nicely done. Force fields, they slice up the army. At the same time, Zealot drop into the natural, but this time Clem is ready for it. It's ready. As Clem is, MaxPax is fighting his heart out. Still maintaining himself, trading well here, especially when it comes to his Phoenixes and the Colossus. A lot of value. Yeah, has been gaining a lot of value here, but here come the reinforcements. Likewise, they're chargeless, they do warp in. Up with the mine shots. Brutal mine connections. Most cells go down. GG gets called as MaxPax runs out of steam, and Clem will take a 2-0 lead. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played again. Clem needs one more. One more game is all he needs to be this week's champion. Last week, MaxPax 3-0'd Clem. Now is it Clem's turn to 3-0 MaxPax. I'm hoping for a longer series. I'm hoping for a more extended series, but the pressure is on. Pressure is on MaxPax here to bounce back. Again, I was very surprised to see MaxPax open up Stargate both in Game 1 and in Game 2. It wasn't just Stargate play though. I mean, there was definitely an interesting follow-up there. We saw that here, at least in this game, it was Stargate into Speed first. Sorry, I should say Phoenixes into Charge, not Speed. Into Charge instead of Colossus. Delay Colossus production here at a MaxPax compared to Game 1, where he did prioritize Colossus. So, very different follow-up. And we saw Clem just looking a little bit more comfortable there, able to just abuse his positional play. I feel like that was the biggest factor there. He was able to go for his drop play and just outmaneuver MaxPax, pull him apart. We saw multiple times Clem hit an expansion and hit a mineral line, and MaxPax just was nowhere to be found. He was just caught out of position. He was either busy in the main or rotating to the natural, or elsewhere, of course. And with that, we're getting into Game 3. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of side Delta, we have the red Protoss player from the land of Denmark, representing Storm Gaming. He has to fight back here and now to make a series out of this. The pressure is on. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Terran player from the land of France, representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. There we go. And again, it was in this very tournament last week that MaxPax 3-0'd Clem, but as I mentioned, this week it is Clem's turn to 3-0 MaxPax. That's just how it goes. That's just, I don't make up the rules. It's looking to be the case though, and we'll see if MaxPax can bounce back. Again, before that, we have seen a lot of ace matches between Clem and MaxPax, and I'm sure we will continue to see that as well throughout the remainder of the year. I'm sure. But for now, we'll see how we settle in. For the first time here this series, Rax expand. Economic opener out of Clem. No double gas. I mean, it makes sense on side Delta. Side Delta, longer rush distance by air. Even by ground. I'm booking all those. Both. And with that, Clem should be going for just a more economic greedy build. Likewise, so is MaxPax, in a sense. Gate, Cybercore into natural. Likewise, the natural base is going to be much more defendable here on side Delta. The third is, in a sense, a little bit more wide open, true. But the longer rush distance by ground does make up for that. And we'll see how our players do open up. I don't think this would be a bad map for something like a Stargate opener, but we'll see. We shall see. As for now, Clem is setting up back at home, going for the safety bunker into factory. And here it is for the first time this series. It is not a Stargate opener, it is a Twilight Council instead. Let's go. It is going to be Twilight Council into Blink, most likely. And the question becomes, do we finally get to embrace 4-gate Blink? And it's possible. This is not the worst map for it. Can be quite awkward diving into the main, true. But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on the gate count. And how many gateways there are. For now, just 2. 1 in the natural, 1 in the main. It's 2 gates for now. As I say that, more gates are being thrown down. Let's go. 2 gateways at the natural, 1 in the main, so 3-gate blink. At least 3-gate blink. We'll see if a 4th gateway gets thrown down. And we just come in. I mean, again, MaxPax has the best execution of 4-gate blink in the world. And he has defeated Clem with it many a time. But now though, it looks just like 3-gate blink. Okay, safe opener. Safe build here by MaxPax. 3 gateways, blink is being researched. 3rd base has been taken. Real quick here for MaxPax as well. It's going to be on Clem to get a read on what's going on as he does open up with a Widow Mine Drop. So Rax expand into Mine Drop. Does confirm. Does dive in, goes to the Mine Drop. Widow Mines it will burrow in time, and they will go for the Stalkers. Blink is done. 1 Stalker goes down. But the Medevac also falls. And what? Oh, nice blink. As Clem, he did get eyes on the tech. I mean, he saw the Blink Stalker, so he's aware of the Blink-based opener. He also saw the 3rd base timing as well. Clem is aware. Now moving out. MaxPax does move out. With 3-gate blink, especially with the fast third base, the goal here is just contain. It's just contain the Terran for as long as possible. Thankfully going up. Raven Harass moving out. Clem is building up his bio army, working on stim. And MaxPax, he can threaten these add-ons, but he shouldn't really commit in. Doesn't really have the Stalker count to do so. Does get eyes on the production. And MaxPax, he's here to deny a drop, for example, but not much more than that. Nope, got us. MaxPax getting everything fully saturated. Gateway explosion on the way. Throwing down 5 extra gateways. Jesus. Getting up to 8. 8 gates. Staying on 3 gases. Prism is on the way. That can be for just mass charge lot. And Clem is yet to piece it all together. Still looking to do so. Still being active. Getting to more maxes, now taking his third base. We see MaxPax getting ready here for a tri-pronged attack. I mean, he's got Stalkers on one end, he's got Zealots in the other. That's going to be a lot of charge lots. He does find some of these Zealots, at least. Gets one. Meanwhile, drop into the natural. There are reinforcements, though. And Clemmy holds. The entire army gets dragged back home, though. As Zealots, they go for another drop into the main. No major weapons. Oh, no friendly fire. Thankfully, Clemmy does on borrow. But we'll still lose more SCVs. A very, very shaky defense here by Clem. 11 SCV kills. 12 SCVs. 13. Gets 13 workers. Stalkers dive in. Very nice start stepping here. With, oh my god, a late blink. Very late blink here by MaxPax. Leading out a lot of Stalkers. Expensive losses. Drop comes back in. More Zealots being morphed in into the main. Ay, ay, ay. You can see the Ravens just trying to buy time here with the auto turrets. Last time he is holding. Zealots, they just keep running in. 4 CVs. Reinforce that back. Prism gets scouted. Can he recall in time? Ah, not quite. Prism does fall. Now Clem can focus on his push. There's nothing to hold him back. And what is it to defend? Now MaxPax has taken a fast third base. Sorry, it's a fast fourth base is what I meant to say. Does have a Colossus. So far, 1. 1 Colossus, soon to be 2. Let's try to catch some of these Medivacs. Does hope to. Vikings even. MaxPax trying to slow this down. Drop on the right hand side, gets scouted. MaxPax responds. And can he split up his army in time? Likewise, because of the earlier SCV losses, I'm afraid to look, it was 18. It was 18 SCVs. But because of all those losses, because of the delay for Clem, he may just take things slow. As Zealots, they do hit the middle line once again. 3 SCV kills. Stalkers pushing in. Yeah, you can see Clem is just waiting and building up towards 2-2. 2-2 is on the way. Ghost production is underway as well. So Clem just waiting to be secure instead. Here, just still building up. Posturing. Thankfully, MaxPax is not stuck with just purely Colossus. He does have 3 Colossus, but now going into Disruptors. Something that we have been avoiding so far in this series. Thankfully, it's back. Again, it can make or break a fight here for you, for Clem. Just some DT counterattack. DT's the natural, DT's at the third. Main army pushes in. The Disruptor's lagging behind. Tank sieging up. The expansion is going to be denied. Ooh, that's a kill. That's a kill, not a cancel. Never goes up. Oh no! Massive connection. Yeah, late reaction here by Clem. Was focusing elsewhere, focusing on the drop into the other mineral line. Clem is trying to trade, but he has to back up. MaxPax defends at the same time. Ooh, did have DTs here at the natural. And MaxPax takes the supply lead. Again, Clemmy's just lost far too many SCVs here throughout the course of the game. He's attempting to gain some value, but didn't quite get it. Get it, has to back up. Sit on, Prism goes down. That's MaxPax pushing right down mid, has a supply lead, has Novas available as well. And this might just be the beginning of the comeback here for MaxPax. Nova goes off, up! No big connection. Nice splits. Nova goes off, massive connection here on the Ghost. And yeah, Disruptors. They're the key unit here that MaxPax has been missing the entire series. Just send out the Novas. So far, so good. Nova has to target down, he gets 2. MaxPax is maxed out. And again, right now, the onus is on Clem to just turtle. Just turtle up as best he can. MaxPax rotating once again. Just posturing. Never goes up. Oh! Nice splits. Very nice splits out of Clem. Avoids a Nova. He's maintaining himself. Just barely. But the disruptor count is getting higher and higher. It's hitting critical mass. There it goes off so far. 4, soon to be 6 disruptors. 6 purification Novas. It's insane. And without Liberators, Clemmy just cannot push in. Self-snipe 1 Disruptor. Oh! He wants the others, but won't get baited in. Tempting. So you see MaxPax, he does rotate, does find the planetary. At the same time, warping into the main. Nova's going up. Nice snipes. Disruptor goes down. Very nice engage here from Clem. Takes down most disruptors. Nova doesn't quite connect. Oh no! Massive connection. Again, Clem was paying attention elsewhere, focusing on the main base. Zel's wreaking havoc, DTs as well. And this may just be too much. This may just be game-winning damage here. 11 SCV kills. The entire army races back home. MaxPax still being active. Final one. It's MaxPax, he rotates over, still maxed out. Nova's going off. Massive connections, takes down 2 ghosts. He just has to keep sending out those Novas. Oh my god. Sniping Vikings, Medivacs. There's barely anything left here anymore for Clem. Not like this. And GG gets called. MaxPax, he does fight back. He puts a win on the board, and we have a series. We have a back and forth, Pappy. Let's go. GG. Again, MaxPax having a much more comfortable game here, going into his initial Phoenixes, into his own map control, with Colossus, with charge lots, able to stabilize on 4 bases, able to contain his opponents. And again, it came down to a lot of it did come down to the run buys, the counterattacks, the Zealot run buys, the DT counterattacks as well. It was all just keeping Clem busy, keeping him contained, and it allowed MaxPax to get into those disruptors. Eventually, finally got there, and once he got into those disruptors, we saw just Nova after Nova connect, just pulling apart the attention of his opponent, of Clem. Just had a hard time keeping up. With that, GG. GG well played. We have a series now. We're jumping into game number 4. It's going to be on Alcyone. Let's go. Getting into Alcyone here. Again, a very intense series between these two. Very intense. And we'll see if our players... Looks like they need a little bit of time, actually. Looks like they need a little bit of time here to get ready. I don't blame them. I mean, it's been a very intense best-of-5 final so far. They go the distance. We'll see if MaxPax can force the ace match by taking the next game, or if Clem brings it back. Oh boy. We're here to find out. Shout out to all the other language casters as well. Shout out to Inu, shout out to Rex. I see Indy as well. Wardi, Coca. Much love to the other casters. And there we go. We have our players ready. We are jumping into game number 4. It's going to be on Alcyone. Again, Clem still needs only one more game to win the entire event, to be this week's champion. MaxPax needs to win this game here to force the ace match. Here we go. As we are loading in. This morning, in the top right hand corner of Alcyone, we have the Danish Protoss player. The red Protoss representing Storm Gaming. He has put a point on the board finally here. He does have put a point on the board. Can he force the ace match? It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner, we have the French Terran player, the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. One more game is all he needs. One more game to be this week's champion. We'll see if he can bring it home here. As we settle in. I got my settling into Alcyone. This is a very large map. One of the larger maps in the map pool, known for its macro, known for its mid-game, if not late game as well. We'll see if we can get there. Clearly, we can see that MaxPax is quite comfortable in that kind of game state, getting into 4, 5, 6, 7 disruptors. He can have his way with Clem. If he can get there, though. It's not the easiest kind of tech to really embrace. We shall see. So now, we are getting to our openers. Clem going for a single gas geyser, going for a rack expand. Economic opener here by Clem. Meanwhile, standard opener by MaxPax, going for the gate, cyber into expand. Here we go. Phonetic spelling of Lahos. Layosh. Oh no. Kappa. Why is there a Kappa at the end? Oh no, that confuses everything. But yeah, it's been a pretty intense tournament so far. We've had some amazing results, even some arguably upsets as well when it comes to previous series and previous players. So I do recommend it. I do recommend tuning into the VODs. over time. I do apologize for being a little bit less animated during the finals or during some of the matches in this event, just because I'm very fatigued. I was casting the StarCraft Evolution League earlier today, and I streamed afterwards, and then I'm here casting. I usually try to like nap or sleep in between casts, but I opted not to do so today, and it was a mistake. It was a mistake not to try to nap. So we're running on fumes, Pappy, but the show must go on. Let's go. As Adept does shade into the main. Ooh, that should not have happened. A little bit of a slip up here by Clem. Adept gets a full scout, gets one SCV, can get a second. 2 SCV kills here already. Getting a third, 3 SCVs. Again, massive slip up here from Clem and a very strong start from MaxPax. And there it is. GG gets called. Oh, just too many mistakes too quickly there. Clemmy taps out, and we are going to the ace match. GG. Again, that should not have happened. 3 SCV kills already there for the first Adept. That was, I would say, in a way, an early tap out, but I could see the frustrations there from Clem. Like, these are mistakes that should not be happening at this level of play. And, yeah, Clem, done with that game. GG. We're going to the ace match. We are going to game 5. Again, Clem, he can get quite emotional when it comes to some of these tournaments. We saw that last week as well. We did see that last week in game 3 between Clem and MaxPax, and hopefully Clem can take a breather here, and hopefully he can calm things down. Oh boy, and tighten up his play as well. Like, even if we do see MaxPax win this, we don't want to see him win like this. You know, we want some solid back and forth, want some mid game. Oh. Take a breath, Pappy. Take a breath. Here we go. As we're now getting into the ace match. I mean, we made it. We made it all the way to game 5. It all ends here. One way or another, it all ends on Ghost River. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ghost River, we have the red Protoss player from the land of Denmark, representing Sidestorm Gaming. He's done it. He's brought us all the way to game 5. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Terran player from the land of France, representing Team Liquid, being forced into the ace match, and clearly looking frustrated here. It is a Clem. I am a little bit concerned that there was no break in between the last game and this game. Like, they just went straight into the next lobby, so that is a little bit concerning. So hopefully we can take a breather and calm things down, shake it off as we get into the ace match. Again, when it came to the last game, Clem, he was slow to wall off. He had a depot. He didn't raise it. He didn't raise the depot. Depth shaded into the main base, and we saw everything just collapse from there. So it was a mistake from Clem. And again, these are things that we can't really afford at this level of play, whether it's MaxPax or Hero or Classic or any other Protoss player. Can't afford these slip-ups. So we are settling in. Nerf Adept, nerf MaxPax, Copium. That was on Clem. As from here, we are going into double gas. Double gas opener here is going to go into a faster factory, into a delayed TC, a much more safer build, which makes sense on this map, on Ghost River. Does make sense. As we are just going for something a little bit safer and arguably something more aggressive as well. As Clem will move out, just scouting. He does check for a proxy proxy gateway. Does check for a proxy gateway, making sure that nothing is amiss. And back at home, MaxPax is just going for a gate cyber expand. We have seen MaxPax proxy gate Clem, not today, but last week. He did actually defeat Clem last week with proxy gateways, but not this time. No proxies here in the ace match. Again, very nice control by Clem. Getting some shots off on the Adept. Adept is zoned back. And we have our tech of choice from MaxPax. It is going to be a Twilight Council. For the time being, Clem is in the dark. He's still just trying to keep up with the Adept, with the Harass. And eventually he will move out. We go up. As the first Reaper is going to fall, Cyclone does arrive to reinforce. The armies do bypass each other here. Adept's trying to keep up with the Reaper. Ideally trying to deny that scout. Behind this, extra gateways are on the way. This looks like the beginning of a 4-gate blink build. I mean, we have 1 gateway in the main. We have 2 here at the natural. Show us the 4th gateway. We haven't seen 4-gate blink yet in this series from MaxPax. But it might be here and now. We'll see. We shall see. As the Adepts, they bypass the main army. They're shading towards the main. Clem does wall off. Oh, but the natural base is exposed. SCVs are going down. Cyclone's racing back. It's just going to be 1 SCV kill, but it does delay a lot of mining time. Nice stutter stepping. It is going to be 2 SCV kills. 2 SCVs checking the production though. Oh! As Wood Mine drop is going to be denied. And it is 3-gate. Okay, 3-gate blink into a 3rd. So very safe build here by MaxPax is getting a 3rd base. Only 3 gateways. It does mean that MaxPax will have map control, true. But he shouldn't have as much pushing power. So Wood Mines drop in. Ooh, not quite hitting the Stalker. Likewise, Clem catching out the rest. And so far, MaxPax handling this Widowmine drop well. One Widowmine does survive, but the other does not. Clem, for the time being, just maintaining control of the ramp. Forces back the Stalkers. As a reminder, these Stalkers don't really need to get much damage. They're designed for map control just to get the 3rd base up and running. MaxPax does have the potential, though, to dive into the main. The main base is looking a little bit more exposed, but the tanks are repositioning. And the tanks are ready. So MaxPax has to be very careful with how he commits. As he does blink in. Ooh, tank volley goes off. 2 tank volleys even, but the Rax is delayed. Cyclone's trying to respond. Ooh, that's going to be a kill on the... Oh my god, that's a kill on the Rax. Massive pickoff. Very nice value here from MaxPax. As he blinks back in, the tank is exposed. Tank goes down. Once again, a massive pickup here from MaxPax. Not quite getting the Raven. Not quite. Clem, he does hold, he does force him out. But what this means here, especially when it comes to sniping units like tanks or Ravens, it means that the eventual move out is going to be that much weaker. There's going to be less tanks here with the main army, less power behind the push. 3rd CC now on the way. MaxPax rotating around. And behind this, MaxPax just taking extra gases, saturating his bases. Bay is on the way. That's going to be for Colossus production. He's almost there. He's almost there. Once again, a couple of volleys off on that Raven. Clem going for the drop across the map. Ooh, Observer gets sniped. Nice snipe there from Clem. Medevac is spotted. Clem is trying to find another way out. He's trying. 4th base on the way. Bay is now done. And how much has Clem built up? He's on 3 tanks so far. Got up to 3 tanks. Now establishing his 3rd. And as Clem positions to take his third base, we do see MaxPax ready for a dive into the natural. He's getting ready. As MaxPax does pull away. Up. Chipping away at the Raven. Black still not fully committing. I mean, pushing into the siege line is not going to be easy. Ideally, MaxPax wants to wait for Clem to move out. As MaxPax, he's just getting to his Colossus. His fourth base is getting up and running. Colossus on the way as well. So far, players are keeping up with each other for the most part. Clem trying to catch out these Stalkers. Up! He sims in. Doesn't get any though. Gets the Zealots, but the Stalkers do escape. MaxPax playing with fire. Up! Forcing another sim. Doesn't lose a Stalker. As we see both players just kind of posturing here. Clem's still contained, but he's maxing out. I mean, both players are. Both players are maxing. MaxPax has so many bases, though, taking a fifth base as well as we speak. Moving out with how many Colossus with 3, now into Disruptor production, second Robo as well. And we saw how well MaxPax can fight with Disruptors. They're still on the way, though. Still doesn't quite have them. Until that has to take care. I still don't think it's quite necessary for MaxPax to push into these siege lines, but he does catch some of the ghosts. No! 3 ghosts. 3 ghosts going down. Massive pickoffs. The force field. The ghosts get locked down. Yeah, brutal start there for Clem. Losing all 3 ghosts. Vikings, they shut down one of the Colossus. Nice pickup. Stalkers are a little bit late there to respond. Let's keep Clem busy. Colossus pushing in. More Disruptors on the way. The Vikings are being cleaned up. Gets most of the Vikings, 2 left. Disruptors have arrived. Zealot drop here into the mineral line. SCVs are going down. Just a really chaotic couple of moments here for Clem. Trying to hold on. Nova goes up. Ooh, nice snipe there on the Disruptor. Disruptor gets sniped. The last Viking goes down. Reinforcements from behind. The Colossus, they're getting surrounded. Yeah, MaxPax, he does overextend. He gets surrounded. Colossus go down, but here come the reinforcing Zealots. Does MaxPax have enough? It's going to be close. Does get into the mineral line. Stalkers have to back up. It looks like Clem holds. Clem does hold. DTs are being a nuisance. And do we have a scan? Oh. We barely do. There's a scan. Warping into the main. Now MaxPax, he lost a massive chunk of armor. He lost all of his Colossus and Disruptors in that fight. He has to rebuild. And so far he's buying time. He is able to buy some time here. Getting a tank. GG gets called. He's in the production, and Clem taps out. MaxPax will take the series 3-2, becoming this week's WardiTV Monday champion. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. A very strong start to the fight. If you remember, MaxPax, he caught all 3 ghosts. That was almost game then and there. That was just a brutal moment. If you remember, he was able to slip in between the natural and the third base. He was able to catch 3 ghosts as they were coming out of the production with the force field. From that moment, no EMPs. No EMPs for Clem. He was able to still recover, though, when it came to the surround. He was able to clean up the Colossus count. True, he was able to come in for the surround, but despite that, it was still a very close trade. He was denied the 4th CC, so he was denied mining. He lost SCVs, and we saw that again, MaxPax able to wreak havoc in the main base on the production. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax 2 weeks in a row now takes down Clem. GG, well played. Again, game 4 was unfortunate. Game 4 was very unfortunate. It did remind me of last week as well, where Clem also tapped out really early on due to early mistakes early on, mistakes in the early game. So yeah, definitely hope Clem can rest, can recover, can recuperate. Unfortunately, there is no second event here tonight. As a reminder, the KSRC is on hiatus, so it's just WardiTV Monday, Pegasaur Mondays, Tenacious Turtles Hustle, and Sparkling Tuna Cups. There is no KSRC like there typically was a couple of weeks ago, so that is on hiatus. I think there's maybe like some talks about maybe bringing it back in a different fashion, but only talks for now. Nothing set in stone, so bear that in mind. Bear that in mind when it comes to tuning into additional events. Otherwise, congratulations here to MaxPax, and there is still potential though for a rematch in the Pegasaur Monday if the players stay up. If they do stay up in time, I know it's quite late in Europe. It's not ideal, but both MaxPax and Clem are degens. Like they're more than happy. They're more than happy to stay up until like 5, 6, 7 a.m. in the morning competing in tournaments. They're animals. So they might have a rematch. We'll see. We shall see. Otherwise, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I do apologize for being a little bit less energetic for this cast, especially early on. I did mention before that this is our second cast of the day, and it's been a long day of casting. On top of that, this is a 5-hour cast. Jesus. But it's been a long day of casting. This was our second tournament, and on top of that, I made the mistake of streaming and laddering before or in between the casts, so I didn't really rest too much. I usually try to nap in between, and I chose not to today just because I wanted to ladder and stream because I barely have any time to, and I am hella tired. So I'm gonna go pass out, and I'll be up in a couple of hours to cast the Pegasaur Monday. I say a couple of hours. Let me just double check here. Let's see. The Pegasaur Monday is in 8.5 hours. Okay. It's in 8.5 hours, which means I should have some time to get around like 7 hours sleep. Then I have to wake up and get up in time to like set up all the streams and set up all the overlays. But yeah, I'll try to wake up in time. So again, in 8.5 hours, we're going to be live here on the channel with the Pegasaur Monday. We have 2 casts tomorrow, just like today. 2 casts tomorrow. It's going to be Pegasaur Monday number 8, and it's going to be Alima League November Finals at the end, or in the evening. In the evening, the Alima League November Finals is going to be a banger. I believe the bracket is already live for that event, as it is an invitational based on performances over the course of November. And again, as a reminder, we are the official casters of Alima League, and we're not going to be live with it here on Twitch. We're going to be live with it on Chijijik, as it is a Korean sponsored event. VODs are going to be available on YouTube. So we have VODs there, but the live event is going to be on Chijik instead. I believe Wardi does like a replay cast like the next day, so he has you covered for replays if you want to tune into his replay cast. Otherwise, our live VODs are going to be uploaded on YouTube. So that is how we do. That's how Alima League does typically pan out. So if you want to tune in live, you can. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. I'm going to head off. I'm going to go and just pass the hell out and hopefully wake up in time for the Pegasaur Monday. Until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. We do appreciate the support. Stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Also, you can help support us via following us on social medias, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. All things CranKy Ducklings. Likewise, you can help support us via Patreon as well if you wish. So you can do so. You can support us on Patreon, on Twitter, on Instagram, Blue Sky, Mastodon, ever you so please. Otherwise, let's quickly have a look here. Who is live at the moment? Who can we raid? I see Mr. Sadsack. Mr. Sadsack is live. Rex was casting. Who else? Who else? We can give it to. I see Rushy's streaming Stormgate, I think. There we go. But yeah, I guess we'll give some love. We'll give some love to Sadsack. Okay. It's been a while since he's streamed some StarCraft, so send everyone over. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much. As a reminder, the WardiTV Monday is a weekly tournament. It is every single Monday, at least for the near future. We still have to wait for announcements regarding December's WardiTV Mondays, so still yet to be determined if it continues into December, especially with Masters Coliseum opening up. There's going to be a lot of content throughout the course of December as well, and end of November. And yeah, as a reminder as well, Home Story Cup is this weekend. Home Story Cup is this weekend. We are going to be casting Home Story Cup live on this channel. We will be helping out with the group stage. We're going to be helping to cover the group stage here on the CranKy Ducklings, so do tune in. We will be one of the side streams, most likely just the official B stream on the CranKy Ducklings. So we got you covered there over the weekend with Home Story Cup. Otherwise, buenas noches, papi. It's time for bed. Time for bed. Here we go. Just catching up in the chat. Here we go. Yeah, exactly. But otherwise, yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, ciao, papi, ciao. We'll see you guys in 8 hours.